I finally got my hands on the Colbor CL60 mini LED COB light. Let's take a look at it. What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, a few months ago. It always takes me a little while to catch up. But let me start by saying that Colbor did send me this light. They didn't pay me to make this video. They have no say-so in what I make the video about, what I say in the video. These opinions are my own. So anyway, let's take a look at the light. If you've been following trends in lighting for video and photography and things like that, there have been quite a few new products in the last couple years that have taken your standard size, your standard large, I guess you can call it large now, but it's your standard size video lights that a lot of people have been using over the years. And there's a trend with these much smaller lights, which is good for people like me who shoot by themselves, being able to not have to carry so much gear on site, on set. It can be a godsend not to have to carry so much heavy gear, light stands, etc., etc., etc. So in comes these new lights. There are quite a few of them out there. I actually own a couple. I own the Amaran 60D. I own a couple of those. And I actually have this Zhiyun Molus 100X, I think it's called. So I have that also. And those lights have been great for the most part, but they all have their pros and cons. They all have their little quirks about them. And so I'm always looking for something better, always looking for the next new innovation. And I've always wanted to get my hand on the Colbor light, and I finally have that. So anyway, let's start by taking a look at the light. So we have here the Colbor CL60 COB video light. So let's go ahead and take a look at what comes in the box. Inside here, you get this nice carrying case, this gray carrying case with basically it's like a canvas style bag. It's great to have because I have purchased other lights that don't come with a carrying case, or they come with a crappy carrying case. So right off the bat, this is pretty nice. It's got a nice comfortable style handle here on top. It's padded, very comfortable, very soft, and not too insanely long. You also have these loops here on the side, ribbon, that basically allows you to carry the bag over your shoulder. And again, that makes it a lot more convenient and a lot more comfortable. You open up on the inside here, and this pouch at the top is where the shoulder strap is carried, or where it's packed. I'm just going to put that back in there because I don't really plan on using that anytime soon, but it's a nice option to have. Of course, you have your instruction manual. First off, here you have a nice small reflector that goes with the light. This box here looks like a V-mount plate. Being able to power your light with a V-mount battery is clutch nowadays. Here you have the Bowens mount adapter. Of course, Bowens mount accessories like soft boxes and things like that. Here you have the light itself, and here in the back you have the power cord and a power adapter. Also, there's a mounting bracket that goes to the light that allows you to mount the light on and say a light stand or something like that. Touching it here, it's metal. I expected a plastic adapter here. The knobs are plastic, but the adapter itself is very high quality, very strong. I was not expecting this in the case here. Looking at the end there, that's an odd type connector, but we'll dig into that here in a little bit. So let me put this aside and go ahead and open up everything and just lay it out here. So here's everything that comes basically in the package, all laid out. And let's go ahead and put this together. So I have the Bowens mount adapter here, and it goes around. It's a different type of adapter. It actually fits around the light here, requires a little bit of force to put on. There are these ball bearing style grooves that need to be lined up and allows the mount to snap into place there. But once it's on, it's pretty tight. It's pretty secure. This is a different style mount than I expected. I like that it's not cheap feeling, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna fall off here. So once you got that on here, that's what it looks like. And now you're able to go ahead and put on the reflector. Again, with the reflector, it requires a little bit of force the first time you use it, the first time you get used to it. But I like the fact that once it's in there, I don't feel like it's about to come off. It feels nice and tight and durable, and like it's gonna stand up to my day-to-day use. So that's what it looks like so far. Once you got the Bowens mount on there and the reflector, you have this quick release button here that allows you to just click it and release the whatever light shaping accessories you might have on there. Now, Colbor has done something different here with these rails. If you look around the light here, there are these grooves and these rails that allow you to mount various accessories. Looking at the adapter here, it's not your typical quarter 20 style adapter that you would twist into the light. It actually lines up with this rail, and you line it up and it just snaps into place, again with the ball bearing style mounts there. So you're able to position that however you like, and I can tighten it down, and there you have it. Like it's kind of a quick and easy way to mount that on there. The downside is you can only use this adapter with this light. So if you decided to use it with another light or some other accessory, that's not going to work. But I'm probably going to go ahead and keep that on there for the most part. Now, the same goes here with this V mount adapter, this V mount here. If you look here, it slides onto the rail there. So you just line it up, slide it in, and then there's this pin here at the bottom that you clamp down and allows you to tighten and hold the mount in place. So you can slide it forward or backward or whatever works for you. But that's kind of cool. It's kind of a quick and easy. It's a very different outlook on this. It's a very different take on this, but I'm liking it so far. So I can go ahead and slap on a V-mount battery. This snaps into place there. And I tried to grab one of the smaller ones that I have, and that's what it looks like basically put together. You want to take your D-tap cable here that's included with the package. There's a D-tap to USB cable, USB-C cable that you plug in to your battery or whatever you might be using, but I'm going to plug it into this V-mount battery and then plug in the USB-C end right into the back of the light here, and you're able to power on the light. Now I imagine you can use some other source of power, another USB-C style battery, but you'd have to make sure it can handle the output that the light demands. So right away I hit the power button. This is pretty bright. I actually really like this light. Looking at the back here, you're able to, of course, adjust everything. Let me peel this off, get this out of the way. So using this knob, you can dim the light or brighten the light in 1% increments, but if you hold it, it'll go much faster. So I do like that ability, being able to skip through. Again here, the lower knob here, you can change your light temperature from 2700 all the way to 6500 Kelvin. You're able to use the wheels here for other functions. So if you push into the wheel and a button, like a button style move, you're able to skip through the various settings. So immediately if you click it, it's 2700K and then 3200K and then 4000K and then up to 5600K. So it's easy. That's a nice, quick and easy way to skip through those settings. And the same goes with the power. You're able to do it in 20% increments. So from 0 to 25%, I'm sorry, and then 50 and then 75 and then 100. So that makes it easy for being able to quickly choose your settings. Now, a lot of lights nowadays have effects in the options there. Most of the time you have to use an app. This light does have an app, but I also like the fact that I can just quickly hit the effects button here in the back to choose the various different effects and then choose the details that go along with the effects. For example, like how much it strobes and things like that, how quickly the effects cycle. So all in all, this is a great light. I don't see anything wrong with it other than a few quirks, but every light has their quirks. So right now, this is definitely my favorite portable LED COB light. The light itself is similar in size to a lot of the lights that already exist, but everyone has their way of putting their own little spin on it, and Colbor has done this thing where they have added these NATO rails to the outside of the light, and I think it's going to change the game just a little bit. It's just another way for you to mount accessories to the light, and actually even the light itself will mount to other copies of that same light. So if you needed, for whatever reason, to have 2 or 3 of those lights connected together, you're able to put them together, mount them together, and even group them together in the settings of the menu. And not every one of these small competitors, not every one of the makers of these small lights include settings such as being able to set up groups, putting your lights in groups depending on how large your shoot is. That can be critical for your workflow. Now, it's not something I've always needed, but I do recognize the fact that that's a benefit and it's an option that's there if I ever do need something like that. So I've had this light for a couple of months now, and I gotta say, it's my favorite go-to light. I'm always throwing that in a bag, tossing it in my car, and heading that it's super compact. The options to power it directly straight from an AC a power unit, and being able to use it with a V-mount battery, being able to power up USB-C, having all those options really makes the light super versatile, and I'm always down for lights and gear that I can use in many different ways. So that's it. That's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully this video was helpful. If so, hit the like and subscribe. Would appreciate that. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Peace.